Hey guys, it is Jess with Watch Kitty Shrink, and I'm here to talk about a couple of things. If you watched my last video, or maybe even if you watched my Instagram stories, you'll know that today is November the 27th, and that is the day that I decided I was going to get back on track. So in order to do that, I feel like I need to purge all of the bad things that I have done, kind of confess, and just kind of go into my plan. The reason why I'm doing this is because I always do the best when I'm more accountable, and I always do really good when I'm really accountable with you all. Sorry, I have mints in my mouth. I just got done eating. But around the time I started sliding off track is when I stopped making videos as frequently as I had. And I think that was just all wrapped up together. When I'm not feeling like I got to be accountable to someone, I do tend to go off track, even if that someone is me, and especially when that someone is you all. Coming in and reporting to you all, there's just something about that made me feel accountable. And so, with getting back on track, I do have every intention of making videos at least once a week again. Again, that's my intention. So first let's start with stats. We'll go into that. I didn't do all of my big stats, but I'll say like my beginnings just in case this is the first video you ever find of mine, and then we'll just go from there. I am 30 years old. I'm 5 foot tall. On August 23rd, 2016, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a weight loss surgery at Pikeville Medical Center with Dr. Amy Johnson in Pikeville, Kentucky. My highest weight ever was in April of 2016, and it was 285.0. On the date of surgery, I weighed 255.4. Now here's where we get into just the last little bit. In case you don't know, I have been very strict on keto. January will actually make a year that I have done the keto diet. And you know, obviously I've been losing weight. I have weight loss surgery and I'm on keto. But the last time I came to you all with a weight was actually the last time I even weighed. And that was on November 10th, 2017, obviously. And I was 141.2. So then I weighed again on Thanksgiving, which is November 23rd, 2017. And I did weigh in the morning. And plus I didn't do my big feast until Friday. So it's not like I weighed myself after I ate all this food. I weighed myself first thing in the morning. And I was 142.8. So that means that I had a 1.6 pound gain. Sorry, I can hear people downstairs talking. Which means that I had a 1.6 pound gain. It's absolutely not the end of the world. I don't even know if a lot of people would even consider that regain, because it's not like it just snuck up on me. I know what I was doing. But it's definitely not the direction that I need to be going. I still want to get down to 135 pounds, and gaining weight's not going to get me there any quicker. Trying to put, like I made notes, so I'm trying to read it like I had it. So basically I have been playing in the 140s since July 7th. So that is over July 7th, August, September, October, November. So that's almost 5 months, because this is the end of November, that I have been playing around in the same 10 pounds. And I've never got below 141 point something. So really I've been playing around in the same 8 to 9 pounds. And it's weird because it's like as I got closer to goal, a lot of things happened. I changed jobs. I've had this sickness that's going on, and there was like this switch in my mentality that was not as motivated as I had been. And I think that there was a big part of me that was just sick of being on a constant diet. And it's weird because I didn't even hit goal. I figured maybe this would happen when I hit goal, but it happened when I got close, where I just kind of didn't care for a little while. Or like my weight loss got put on the back burner. So, here's the things that I have done wrong. Not wrong. Wrong for my lifestyle that I have to expel from my life now. If you don't know, I'm pretty sure you do. If not, Google. But keto is an extremely low carb diet. So all these things that I'm about to tell you that I have been eating for the past month and a half is not okay. My biggest thing I have to give up is crackers. It started out just by eating 2 or 3 crackers at a time when I was taking the antibiotics because they upset my stomach. And because I have no control over food, obviously, or I wouldn't have got to the point where I had to have weight loss surgery, 2 or 3 crackers a day turned into a sleeve of crackers a day. I've also ate cereal quite a few times. On keto, you really can't have regular milk and obviously not cereal. It's nothing but carbs. It's just a big bowl of carbs. And I've had that a few times. Sugar-free snacks. Good Lord. Like I said, I went through this stage where I was tired of being on a constant diet. So, and I cannot have sugar products. That's actually pretty rare with VSG. Most people with VSG do not get dumping syndrome. I do. And I'm very sensitive to sugar. And so I would see these sugar-free things and I'm like, oh, well, I can eat that. And so I was buying sugar-free brownies and sugar-free cookies and what else was I eating? Sugar-free something else. And we're not talking like 1 cookie a day. We're talking like 4 or 5 sugar-free cookies a day. Yeah. And it's because weight loss surgery or no, I'm still going to fail sometimes. I'm not perfect. I've never had a great relationship with food, obviously, or I wouldn't have got to the point where I needed it in the beginning. So that's the things that I have been doing. Now, I've not been going like crazy. Like I said, I can't eat sugar, so I've not been eating sugary products. I've not went back to like eating fast food 3 times a day like I was doing before. It's certainly not my pre-surgery bad food habits, but it's still not food habits that I need to have. So the plan for me started this morning, and I've done really great at it, is to just get back on keto. I know that a lot of people say that that's a very restrictive diet and it's not good for them, and I totally get it. Keto actually is a very restrictive diet. But you got to do what works well for you. For some people, having a little bit of everything in moderation helps because then you still get a taste of it, but you don't go overboard. For me, moderation, it doesn't work. Moderation has never worked for me because I can't control myself. So when I do something like keto, I feel better because I'm not going to like go into all the benefits of keto. I'm sure most of you know them, and if not, I really suggest doing a Google search. And that's not because I'm being mean and don't want to explain it to you. It's just I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I'm just a girl who does keto, so I'm not quite sure that I would even explain it to you right. But one of the best benefits of keto is that it actually helps you control your cravings. You don't crave sugar. And so that's one of the big benefits for me. And when I'm on keto and I'm in ketosis, I'm actually never hungry, which is a really big thing because here lately I've had the munchies. So that's why keto works for me. I am not good with moderation. I don't trust myself to do it. I know that I won't do it, so I might as well just exit all out of my life. It controls my cravings and it makes me not hungry. So that's why I choose to do keto. Plus, like I said, I've been doing it from January until like the mid part of October. And I've been doing great with my weight loss journey. I do great on keto. That's actually what I can see myself eating for the rest of my life, other than maybe a few breaks here and there. So why change what I already know? I've said this before and I'll say it again. Keto is easy for me, and that's why I stick to it. If Weight Watchers is easy for you, or if the Dr. V diet is easy for you, for me, I feel like the diet needs to be easy or I'm not going to stick to it. If I'm constantly having to figure out, can I eat this or blah, 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 I'm not going to do it. If you're overcomplicating keto, or if it seems complicated to you, maybe it's not the best diet for you, or maybe you're one of those people who work better in a high pressure situation. But for me, if it's hard, I'm probably not going to stick to it. So that's why it's just the best choice for me to just slide right back into keto. I already know how to do it. Me and Shayla, Foodie Turned Sleevey, who visited me the other day, we was having this conversation where she was actually saying that Tanya was saying, you go through this stage where you're kind of mad about being on a diet for so long, and then you realize, but why? Because I feel better when I'm on this diet or lifestyle. I look better, so I should just be glad that I can do it. And that's kind of where I'm at again. I've been back on keto all day today, and I gotta tell y'all, I missed it. I missed feeling in control about my food choices. I missed feeling empowered. That's the best way I know how to describe it, because that's how I feel when I'm on keto. When I make these choices, I don't feel like, oh man, I can't have that. I feel like, I don't want that. And I missed feeling like that because I haven't felt like that in a while. Let's see. I have my specialist with a kidney doctor on November 30th, which is this coming Thursday. It's at like 8 o'clock or 8:30 a.m., something early in the morning. And I'm really hoping to get that stage of my life over and done with. Hopefully everything's fine with that. And I'd really like to get back to walking. If you followed my journey for a long time, you will know that I used to walk like between 5 and 7 miles every single day. Since this UTI has been going on, number one, I haven't felt like it. And then I switched jobs, and like I said, everything, I let myself use that as an excuse. There is a part of me that's afraid to do too much in case there is something like weird with my kidneys, but I'm hoping that everything's fine. And then starting Thursday, I'm going to start walking. And I'm not going to do anything crazy because I have taken a while off. So I'm thinking that I want to start my goal for December, if everything's okay, from December 1st to December 31st, getting 7,000 steps every single day. And I feel like that's a good jump start to get me back to what I want to do. There's a part of me that wants to be really crazy and say that my goal is to hit goal by December 31st, but I just don't think that's possible this far out in my surgery. I would have to lose 7 pounds in about 5 weeks, and I just don't see that happening. It could happen because sometimes when you first start keto, you'll get a big whoosh, but at this point, I feel like it's healthy for me to lose about half a pound a week. So I would like to reach 135 by Valentine's Day 2018. So I'm just going to put that goal out there. I want to weigh 135 pounds by February 14th, 2018. So I've really got to be strict and do it because I'm pretty far out from my weight loss surgery, so it's all on me now. And I feel better even just making this video. I like me best when I am motivated and I have a goal, and I have just kind of felt like I've been floundering for a few months. Just kind of existing, I guess. But I feel really clear-minded. I feel really dedicated, motivated, and yeah. So let's do this. I will see you guys Friday. Bye.